Math 8 students, our next topic is comparing functions. You're going to be given an equation, so something in the form of y equals mx plus b, and you're going to be given a graph, and you have to compare function A with function B. So when we're comparing, you're going to generally talk about two different items. You're going to talk about the slope, and you're going to talk about the y-intercept. So remember in our equation, y equals mx plus b, m is our slope, and b is our y-intercept. So if our equation is y equals 1/2 x minus 4, our slope is 1/2, and our y-intercept is -4. We're going to come back to this in a moment. Now, if you're given a graph, you have to determine, again, what is your slope and what is your y-intercept. So how do we find slope? There's two ways you could do it. The first way is rise over run. How far are you going up and how far are you going to the right? Sometimes you may be going down. So in this case, remember a line that starts at the bottom from the left and goes up towards the right, that's a positive slope. And if you start at the top at the left and you go down, that would be a negative slope. So one way to calculate again is rise over run. The second way is to get 2 points that are on your graph and label them x1, y1, x2, y2, and do our formula. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That's the change in y divided by the change in x to get your slope. Now, if you are given a graph like this, to find the y-intercept, that's easy. All you have to do is look to see where does a line cross the y-axis. So here's our line, and it crosses the y-axis right here at -2. So there's my y-intercept, it's -2. You don't have to calculate any work, but you do have to find the slope. So I chose method 1, rise over run. I'm rising 2, running 1, rising 2, running 1. And I went here, I'm going up 2 and over 1. And it's a positive slope, it's a +2. So my slope is 2 and my y-intercept is -2. Now these two numbers I have to look at with the other function a, which was -2 and -4. So if you're asked the question, who has the greater slope? The answer would be the graph, because the graph 2 is bigger than the equation 1/2. If I'm asked who has the bigger or the greater y-intercept, again, it's graph or function b, because -2 is larger than -4. So you have to compare those. They will ask you questions and you click on the tab, whatever relates. And usually it's only one answer that wins. So remember, you have to find the slope and you have to find the y-intercept of both functions and then compare them. Let me know if you need my help any further. Good luck.